So, Lorin, thank you so much for contributing such an amazing exercise and telling us and sharing your story in this book. Let's start with a little bit about who you are.
Well, I have been an entrepreneur since I was fired from my first job. I mean, that's the truth.
Yep.
And I thought I will never ever let anybody be in charge of my destiny from a business standpoint again. And I was really young. I was in my early 20s. And did a couple different things over the course of a few years, and then caught onto one that took off, and in about 7 years grew it rather quickly and ended up selling it, and it was quite a fun and crazy ride. And then after that, I really wanted to help other people do what I did, because I realized that if I can do it, anybody can do it. So since 2001, I've been supporting entrepreneurs and supporting them mostly in making it the way they want it so that it suits them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I've been doing in all different capacities. And one of the reasons that I felt that vision is so critically important is I know that when I work with people for long term, anytime they get frustrated or discouraged, because that happens
Daily.
all the time.
Yes.
It's the most important tool.
Yeah.
It's the most important tool.
To really
And
go back to that. And
if you don't have that, you're swaying. You're blowing in the wind.
Yeah.
It's okay to sway in the wind,
Yeah.
but it's not okay to blow in the wind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great point. Yeah. I really enjoyed, and I included my vision that I did with you in the book. I really enjoyed that exercise, and that's why I included, my example, so to speak, of what you took us through. Maybe talk about a few examples, Lorin, of taking women through this exercise. And
I've taken thousands.
Yeah, I bet.
And I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah.
I've taken people through that I don't even know and I've never met, and I will never meet them, and they now have that tool. And I've taken people through the exercise 10 years ago and come back and work at it again.
Yeah.
10 years later. And it's always an amazing tool. I also have done this exercise every year since 2003.
Oh, wow.
So when I work with my groups of people, they always want to hear mine. And it's I don't ever present mine without polishing it up again, because things change.
Yeah.
But the essence of it never ever changes. The peripherals change, the locations change, the material things change, but never the essence of a vision. It's almost like a fingerprint. It's so unique to you, and only you can taste it and breathe it and feel it, and that's so critically important.
Absolutely. So, Lorin, it's great to set a vision, but how do we stay accountable?
Well, it's so important to share your vision. Once you have it written, and it can be anything, it can be a letter to somebody. I actually had one particular guy write a vision. It was a letter to a friend who had passed away. And it was really beautiful and so touching. I remember just tears running down my face as I was listening to it. And he used that for 8 to 10 years. So it's really helpful to share it. It doesn't have to be to the person that you wrote it to. It doesn't even have to be a letter. It could be a journal entry. It could be, I had someone do what's it called? An interview with Oprah.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah.
So there's all different kinds of formats. But once you have it complete, I think it's so critical to share it with somebody that is going to hold it for you. And it could be a paid coach, that's the best use of somebody.
Sure.
But it also can be a peer group. It can be a spouse if you feel comfortable doing that. It could be just a friend. It doesn't matter who it is, but it matters that you share it. And it's a huge leap to share it.
I bet.
And then I ask myself the question all the time, is what I'm doing today in alignment with my vision? Some people are really, really good at holding a vision. You're probably really good at that too. Other people are really not so great at it, and it's not their strength. They get really buried in the details. It's not good or bad, because some people, I need to get down into my details.
Yeah.
So I need to have someone pull me down into the details, because I can stay way up at the vision. So it's important to know what your strength is with a vision, and it's also important to know what your weakness is with it, so that you can find that accountability person, so that they can keep you up or keep you down into the weeds.
Yeah, very good point. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Lorin, how do you recommend somebody go about this, and if they get stuck in the process, what do you recommend them doing?
You know, I've listened to, again, thousands of visions, and I can hear the ones that are going to be good tools, and I can hear the ones that are not going to be good tools. And let me see if I can articulate the difference, because sometimes it's more intuitive than anything.
Sure.
One is it's an emotional tool. Like, you have feelings drive us, and so if your vision has you feel in an excited, I want to go get this, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If there's flatness to your vision and it's not exciting you, we need to turn it up. But really what we need to do is turn it in. So let me talk about that a little bit. I stay away from facts and figures.
Yeah.
I stay away from all the goals that we need to accomplish along the way, and I try.
Which all of that is what I did the first time you took me through the exercise, and Lorin says to me, all right, Felina, come on.
Yeah.
Because I'm very like, doo, doo, doo.
Yeah.
It took me a while to kind of work
takes a
through
lot
it.
of people.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's good to know I'm not alone.
No, so many people go
Yeah.
there, and it's the normal place to go. We want to measure things. We want to have like measurable
Smart goals.
Exactly, and that's not what a vision is.
Yeah.
A vision is really.
Yeah.
So I like to think about this when I do a vision: is put yourself someplace. I always put myself in a sunroom that I don't own yet.
Okay.
That's my vision.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's usually evening and the fire's going.
Ah.
And I have wine or tea, depending on the vision. And it's quiet, but I can hear a lot of things, like birds and the fire crackling or wind chimes outside. So that is so delicious for a vision, because you can
Yeah, I can feel that as you describe it.
And you put yourself in a moment in time, and it's about being so grateful for being in that place that you can, in every sense of your body. So it's visual, you can smell things, like I would talk about the chai tea, for example, or the full-bodied red wine, or I might even be eating something. Like, what am I eating? And that's
chocolate.
It could be.
Maybe.
Yeah, it informs so much
Yeah.
about that experience. It could be that there's other people in the house with me, and who are those people?
See.
So you want to capture that moment in time and just talk about that moment, and that's what a good vision will.
I'm there.
Yeah.
All right.
Isn't that great?
I know.
Because then from that moment we can now build everything between now and then. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It never happens the way we think it's going to happen, but something needs to drive us to take today's first step.
Yeah. So how would we use this vision today?
Great question. So a vision is not about 5, 10, 20 years from now. It actually is a tool for today.
Okay.
So it informs how we be today. So let's say we have something really challenging to do today. An interview, a conflict that we have to deal with, a change in plans, the things that are not so fun.
Yeah.
If you ask yourself, how does my vision inform how I should do this? There's always an answer.
I see.
So you have this very, very wise document, which is really yourself, that you've taken enough time to put yourself there so that you can get a sense of who she is.
Yeah.
And then ask that wiser, older you, how would she, that woman that's in that sunroom, sipping on that glass of wine, answer this question today? And how would she inform me of handling this?
Got it.
So it really informs today's work.
Yep.
That's how to use a vision.
Awesome. Perfect. Thank you.
My pleasure, thank you.